Okay, so we're just gonna close our eyes. If you're sitting, just getting a sense of your body in space and your body against the chair that you're sitting in, feet on the ground. Okay, really getting a sense of your body and how you're holding it in space. So can you relinquish some of the weight you're holding into the chair or into the bed or table or couch, wherever you're sitting or resting? Okay. And a nice slow breath in. And on the out breath, we're going to let go of some weight again and settling in even further into the chair. Okay. On the in breath, we're going to draw light into the body. And on the out breath, we're going to relinquish and release some of that weight that we're holding on to, releasing it into the chair or in the surface that we're resting against. Really getting into this pattern of relinquishing and release. So we draw light in on the in breath. And on the out breath, we're going to relinquish and release with our weight, with our body into this support that we have of this chair or table or couch. Letting go. Recognizing the support that's there to hold your body and releasing a little bit deeper in with every out breath. Handing over control to the support that's available for us. Really letting go. Recognizing any areas where you might still be carrying that weight or tension. And in the out breath, offering it over to the support that's holding you in the chair or surface that you're resting against. We're going to take this time to switch into our role as observer. Taking the time to switch in to the role of non-doing. Settling into our supports and shifting into observer. And we're going to take our attention and we're going to bring our attention to our left hand. Maybe it's resting beside you. Maybe it's sitting your hands on your lap, but wherever your left hand is, we're going to take our attention and we're going to place our attention on our left hand. And more specifically, we're going to bring our attention to our pinky finger on our left hand. bringing ourselves into a curious observer. And through mindful observation, we're going to bring our attention to our pinky finger on our left hand. With curiosity, observing what's here. What sensations might I find in my pinky finger on my left hand? Maybe it feels cool in temperature. Maybe you might notice some buzzing or tingling in that space. Maybe you might notice areas of contact with where your pinky is resting. But we're here to observe without judgment, observing this exact moment exactly as it is. And we're going to shift our awareness now to our ring finger on our left hand. And your mind may wander. And when it does, with gentleness, we're going to bring our attention back to our ring finger on our left hand. This curious space. Exploring this space, the sensations. What is here? Maybe you notice that as you pay attention to your ring finger on your left hand, sensations come up in other parts of your body. And with gentle awareness, we're going to draw our attention back to our finger. What is in this space? Maybe you can feel the energy moving through the finger. Maybe you can feel the bed of your nail. We're going to move now, bringing our attention and awareness to the middle finger on our left hand. What is here? Like a spotlight, drawing our attention onto this finger. Maybe we notice the areas of contact between this finger and the fingers beside it. Maybe the temperature is slightly different. What is here on this left hand? What is here on this finger? And as the mind tries to wander, tries to pull itself away to another thought or another part of the body, gently bringing our attention back. And then shifting to the pointing finger on the left hand. Again, what's here? Maybe. Maybe you can feel the knuckle of this finger. Maybe you can feel the way the pad is resting against the surface. Maybe you're aware of the arch under your finger, the space between this finger and the surface it's resting on. Moving ourselves into observer mode. Nothing to do, no efforting required. Curious observation. And now shifting to the thumb on the left hand. Bringing our attention like a spotlight to the thumb on the left hand. Holding our attention with curiosity. What is here? And as the mind wanders, or sensations pop up in different areas of the body, gently and with compassion, bringing your attention back to the left thumb. And now slowly expanding that attention and that awareness to the whole of the left hand, broadening our attention, broadening our awareness. What is here? Maybe you can feel the palm of your left hand and the buzzing in that space. Maybe you're noticing that point of transition between the palm of the hand and the fingers. Maybe you're noticing that as your awareness of your left hand expands, new sensations pop up in different areas of the body. And with gentle and compassionate energy, bringing our attention back to the whole left hand. Feeling the energy move through this space, feeling the contact and surface that it rests upon. Really feeling into this center, this space of extension, extending a hand, reaching for support. And we're going to move our attention up now from the hand to the forearm on the left arm. The space between the wrist and the elbow. And with gentle awareness, what is here? without judgment. Maybe you notice areas of tension in this part of the body. Maybe you notice cool temperatures or warmth. Maybe it's an area with very little sensation. What is here? Moving up again, moving up into the upper arm, the bicep, the tricep, the space between the elbow and the shoulder. A space you might not have paid attention to before. Softening your observation of this space with curiosity for this part of your body. And while you're observing this space, if your mind wanders, drawing it back gently, like a spotlight, to your upper arm. And if you find yourself straining to find a sensation or find something different, let that go. Nothing to do but observe with curiosity, with wonder, like you've never explored this space before. What is here? And now taking that spotlight of awareness, we're going to expand it, learning to pay attention in a particular way. We're going to expand our awareness to the whole left arm, from the tips of your fingers to the top of your shoulder. Drawing your awareness, drawing your attention to the whole of the left arm. And please excuse the distraction in the background. Just going to allow that noise to come through and go. So again, the whole left arm. And observing it as one whole space. With your awareness, can you attend to the whole left arm at once? Maybe you can feel the whole outside boundary of this arm. Maybe you can feel the surface of this arm from top to bottom. What is here? This arm of extension, this arm that represents reaching out, our willingness to reach for. Paying attention to the left arm. And maybe you notice the palm of your left hand buzzing, or the fingers with energy moving through. Gentle observation. Our arms are an extension of our heart center. They allow us to extend love, extend energy, offer light through these spaces. And from our left arm, we're going to draw our awareness again across the chest, down the right arm, and moving down to the right hand now. Bringing our attention, bringing our gentle awareness to the pinky on our right finger. Our fingers symbolize the dexterity within which we're working with our heart center. The fine details we may be focusing on in regards to love and connection. And so bringing our attention to our pinky finger with awareness and gentleness. And as we may get distracted by the noises around us or the sensations elsewhere in our body, gently and with compassion, bringing our attention back to the pinky finger on our right hand. What is here? Maybe you notice the surface it's resting against. Maybe you notice the curve in the finger. Maybe the joints in the finger. And now moving to the ring finger on the right hand. And again, observing with gentleness, observing with curiosity, the same attention or awareness that you might bring to watching a butterfly fly from flower to flower. An element of wonder at this beautiful vessel that your spirit is traveling in. What is here in this finger? And again, moving now over to the middle finger on your right hand. What is here? And with your attention, you might observe that by paying attention to this space, sensations change in this space. You might notice that the sensations increase with your attention or decrease with your intention. And without judgment, bringing awareness without trying to change it. And now bringing your attention to your pointing finger on your right hand. And how is this finger sitting? Is it resting? Is it engaged? Is it relaxed or contracted? What is here? And as your attention maybe wanders to a different sensation in the body or a thought, bringing it back to your pointing finger, the space of direction. And now moving to your thumb on your right hand. What is here? The space you might not have explored before. What is here to observe? And then bringing your awareness to your whole right hand. Again, expanding and widening that spotlight of attention to your whole right hand. Maybe you notice the outline of the surface of your right hand. Maybe your attention's being drawn to the tingling or buzzing in the palm of your right hand. What is here? The space of extending into the future. Our right hand that represents giving of love, willingness to open our hands to receive. The right hand, which symbolizes the offering of grace. What is here? What is in this space? And now moving up into the forearm of the right arm. And what is here? What sensations are here? Maybe you notice tension or softness. And whatever presents, staying in the role of curious observation. What is here? Maybe you're noticing the soft tissue between the bones. Maybe you're noticing the surface that it's resting on. What is here? Gentle, compassionate observation. And moving up into the upper arm on the right side. This area of strength. Bicep, the tricep, the shoulders. The space of holding on tight, embracing or releasing. Focusing our awareness on what is here in this space, in this very moment. What sensations, or temperature. You may notice other areas of your body engaging as you focus on your bicep or tricep. And again, with gentle awareness, drawing the attention back to the upper arm on your right side. Nothing to do, gently observing. Now we're going to extend that observation. We're going to extend the space we're observing to include the whole right arm. From the tips of the finger all the way up to the shoulder, holding the whole right arm in our awareness. the space of connection, whole right arm. And certain areas of the right arm may draw to your attention. And as they do, gently and with compassion, widening that spotlight again to include the whole right arm. Gentle, compassionate observation. The space of extension, the space of reaching out, drawing in or releasing. These extensions of the heart center. And bringing our awareness now, we're going to draw our attention into the heart center, into the chest, into the rib cage. And from this center now, I want you to bring both arms into your awareness. So holding your center, holding your focal point at the heart center, like you're peering out from the heart center at both of your arms, bringing both arms, the shoulders, and the rib cage, heart center, into your awareness. Really getting a sense of how the arms extend from the heart center and from the shoulders. Getting a center of this heart center and the extensions that the arms and the hands and the fingers represent of this, your heart center. We're going to bring our breath into the heart center. And so as you sit in this space of observation of the heart center and the arms extending out from the heart center, on our in-breath, we're going to draw light into the heart center. So we're going to amplify and draw in on the in-breath. And on the out-breath, I want you to imagine that light and that energy extending out through the arms and all the way down through the palms of the hand and the fingertips, and releasing out in all directions, including the arms and hands. So again, on the in-breath, drawing into the heart center, expanding it with light, opening up the chest. And then on the out-breath, releasing out through the chest and down through the arms as well. Down through the palms of the hands and the fingers. And watching as that light and that energy moves out and away from your center through the arms and the hands and the fingertips. So again, in-breath, drawing into your heart center, amplifying that energy on the in-breath, and then expanding and releasing through the chest and also through the arms on the out-breath. And observing the breath as you do. So we're going to take a minute or two in quiet, working with this breath. Nothing to change, breathing and observing. If you find yourself efforting or straining, trying to force this light through, this is light. This is intention. This is frequency. This is love. It follows our thoughts, shifting back into gentle observation. No efforting or forcing required. And as you're staying with this breath, drawing in, amplifying, expanding, out breath releases, extends, relinquishes through the arms and hands. We're going to call in for some guidance. Staying with the breath, staying with the heart center. And we're going to ask for Holy Spirit, Creator, Source Energy, to please move through these spaces, relinquishing and releasing any grievances, any judgments, any resentments or pains, any blocks that may be keeping us from extending from the heart center. Relinquishing that space to that frequency. Asking for guidance to forgive and release any blocks we may have created along the way that are keeping us from opening into our heart center and releasing that love and light outwards from our heart center. And breathing with that release. Through the space, breathing, opening and expanding. Bringing our awareness back into the heart center. Bringing that spotlight to the very center of the chest. You may feel your heart center beating. You might feel that center where that light and love is generating from. And now we're going to take our attention and our awareness, that spotlight. We're going to place it on the very center of our heart chakra. With gentle compassion and awareness, shining that spotlight of attention on the center of our heart, asking for stillness. Let me be still and return home to my heart center. Guiding home to our heart center, our source of peace, our source of love and joy. Really drawing our attention inwards to that space, our center, our home. Let me be still in this moment and return home to this space. Focusing gentle awareness on this space. Trusting our knowing of home to draw inwards. To draw to that home light. Breathing with our attention on this space. Settling deeper now into this space. Knowing this is our home. Getting a sense of the familiarity of this space. Recognizing the wholeness of this space. The expansiveness of this space. From your home of this space, starting to extend the space outwards like a ball of light glowing with every breath we bring into this space. Growing slowly at first. Extending that ball of light outwards from the heart center. Growing and expanding this awareness of this space. Recognizing now that that ball of light, your home, your center, extends to increase the entire heart center. It holds the lungs and the heart. It holds the rib cage and the diaphragm. Extending that bubble out a little bit further with every breath. It includes the shoulders, the breastbone, the shoulder blades. Extending it further, it now encompasses the forearms, and the wrist and the upper arms. And with each breath, it expands further around the body. Space of center now includes the throat and the abdomen, the fingers. Continuing to grow from the heart center and how it's around the head and the waist, the whole upper body. Generating from the heart center. Recognizing how it encompasses all of this space. Growing further to extend past the hips and the knees. Outwards in all directions. Your heart center growing and expanding. Light radiating out from this space, filling this bubble now that includes your whole auric field. And from within this auric field and within this bubble of light that grew from the heart center, extending around everything, cocooning you in light, cocooning you in joy, cocooning you in the peace of your heart center. I want you to get a sense of the outline of your body in this space. Shining the flashlight, the spotlight of your awareness on the outline of your body in this space. And getting a sense of how the light that you've created and filled in this auric field is the same as the light within the silhouette of your body. And so all that's really separating your physical body from the light of this space is this silhouette, is this outline. And with the next couple breaths, we're going to watch, we're going to observe, we're going to attend and intend to observe that silhouette blending into the light. Getting a sense of the wholeness, letting that silhouette, letting that boundary that once felt so defined, release. Slowly dissolving, slowly relinquishing and releasing until the boundaries between your heart center, this light that you've created around your auric field, and your body are no longer separate or definable as separate. And breathing with that awareness. Any areas of tension where you might feel separation between the auric field and this light in your body, letting that soften, letting the light blend through those boundaries, shifting into any densities and softening and releasing, relinquishing, spreading apart. Until all that remains is wholeness of your spirit, forgiven and released into this beautiful sphere of light, held by your heart center. Sitting in wholeness, sitting in this stillness, your light, nurturing with peacefulness, nurturing with joy, nurturing with love. This light that is your home, this light that is your inheritance, that is your true being. And gently and with compassion, giving yourself permission to recognize that this light that holds you in such wholeness and perfection in this moment is the same light that extends in all directions, is the wholeness of everything that is our spirit, our shared consciousness. It is the wholeness that we all stand within. When we take the time to nourish this space and return home to this stillness, we share that same knowing and frequency with all of our consciousness, with all of those around us, standing in their own light. Embracing and welcoming our heart center and our light. Letting go of the worries of the fine details. Letting go of the worries of how to find love and how to search to adapt love and connect to love. Knowing that we stand in this light always. There's nothing to search for or clasp onto or hold tightly in our hands. It's already within, whole in our being. And from this space, we're going to draw slowly back in to our awareness of our body, this beautiful vehicle that houses our spirit. Drawing into the heart center again, this beautiful home of light. I want you to imagine now from both of your palms. We're going to move to the palms on both hands. And I want you to imagine light flowing from the palms of your hands. And you may find it more grounding to place your palms downwards. So you can place them on a surface or you can release them holding them upwards. But I want you to imagine that beautiful light of your heart center that we saw flowing effortlessly, extending effortlessly, a continual flow of light and energy that moves through your heart center first. The gifts that you receive, that you now offer, flowing through the palms of your hands like a river of light. Gentle, effortless. And one of the visions I like to imagine is sort of this offering of grace, which is the turning of the hands down, pointing of the palms outward, and recognizing this extension of grace and love, this pouring from the hands, this offering of grace and love and compassion that's flowed through us that we have to offer. Moving from within to sharing outwards, this endless flow of light and love. And extending this grace and love and forgiveness and joy to those of us that are here today in this guided meditation together. This community of beautiful souls that has come to take time to be in their light. And offering that grace and love and compassion to your communities, your friends. And just with the last couple breaths before we move from this space, really imagining that offering of grace to any spaces you'd like to offer it to in this moment. A loved one maybe, community, a pet, any space you'd like to flow it through to. And then with gentle awareness, we're going to start to come back into the room, moving the physical body, maybe moving the shoulders, moving the fingers and the hands, bringing ourselves back into the form of our body. Wiggling the toes, looking around the room you're sitting in. Slowly